And now, the Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder.
Heavy with oregano.
It was a lot of oregano. Kraft.
Interesting's a pleasant way to put it.
Well,
Kraft
because
singles melted on top. It was delicious.
It feels like an Italian take on a
Kraft
tuna
singles.
melt.
Crafts.
It is.
By the way, you don't know how happy you just made
You
DJ
just-
Lou. When you said that, he just went, that's what I'll put as the tagline. An Italian spin on a tuna melt.
Would you ladies?
Perfect.
Would you like some?
Got it.
Would you like to try some?
Oh, no,
Okay.
I'm good. That sounds like not a good thing to do when you're like walking into like, be like, hey, listen to our thing and then watch me eat tuna hot.
Yeah.
But actually, people would like that. Some people. Would like that.
I feel like tuna is like the least sexy thing that you can eat, but it's one of my favorite foods.
By the way, I love it too. By the way, Jacob would have cut off his left arm instead of eating that tuna. Is how much he didn't want to. He wouldn't put it to his lips.
Yeah, it actually became a thing on air that he didn't want to eat any. Not even a forkful.
We begged.
Why?
We offered everything.
It's too healthy.
It was great.
He's never tried a casserole.
Gray. That's a safe
It was-
answer.
it was
No,
great.
it was that's
That's
the
not
cream
great.
of mushroom soup.
What's the
That's
Honestly,
a lot of ingredients in this
I felt
thing.
like the yellow of the Kraft cheese balanced out the gray. I was
The
fine.
gray of the tuna
Okay.
in
I
I just
water.
walked through it. I had a lovely cold can of Canada Dry, so I was ready to.
that sounds good.
It was really good. It was honestly the perfect balance.
At some point, you're going to yell the word Lou in a bathroom, though. Lou.
Oh, I'm sorry, and then just apologize to my own body for what I've done.
Let's introduce officially our guests. Did you do it already and I'm just stoned?
No.
Oh, thank God.
It's such a stoner show where you're like, we never introduced. We've gone whole
you just
shows.
eat casserole and then forget the guests are here.
Yeah, we've done full shows where like you never introduced it at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, we never came in with the show.
Yeah.
Everybody, their new special, The Guys We Fuck Comedy Special with Corinne Fisher and Krystyna Hutchinson is streaming now on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
For free.
Just go give a click. All you gotta do is go
give
click
a
it.
goddamn click. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Give a click.
Damn, that's good. That should be the tagline also
You
for
know
his
what?
casserole.
That's because your tuna gave me the thinking power.
Gave him the clicks.
That's brain food, dude. That's how you got to sell your oregano tuna, oregano casserole.
Every couple minutes, I'm getting oregano still in my teeth. It
just
hasn't
been-
stopped happening for 45 minutes.
Pull it out.
Everybody, I guess, are the hilarious Krystyna Hutchinson and Corinne Fisher. Ladies,
Thank
welcome. Thank you for letting me be part of the special, by the
you. Yeah,
way.
you were great.
Thank you for doing
Very
it.
special
Played
cameo.
Elvis. I showed a little middle chest.
Oh, how'd you feel about that?
Well, emotionally, I hated it, but
Yeah.
I was doing it for the gals or my friends.
But did you feel the breeze on your chest?
You know what? No one let. It was a very open. It was the first like cabaret feeling I ever felt going to a place.
Did you guys talk him into it? Were you like,
No, actually, the outfit or
No, that would have been the room
appearing
to do
in
it. Though I walked in and it was like sort of in their underwear, and then I think the final thing was said was like, "All right, well, I'm as undressed as I'm going to get in front of Jay, so please." I'm like, "Right away, I'll be out of the room." Sure.
Well,
Thanks
he did
for
ask for
respecting.
he asked for a double XL, and we had already purchased an XL because like it was short on Halloween costumes because it was December, well, it was January at that point, and so I was like, just get in this one. I think you can get in it, and you did.
Don't you
I
swear your
left.
shirt
I
in the
left.
pool?
No.
Oh, I thought you told me a story about that, so I was like, oh, he's gonna hate
No, I said I
this.
wouldn't do that
Okay.
that's the one thing?
because
yeah.
that draws too much attention.
Good,
I wouldn't
good.
like that at all. But
You're
no,
skinny.
It was a. Hey, Christine.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Oh,
hi.
hi, Mark.
But when I left, there was so much girl in underwear who I knew that I left in such a huff. I left Christine's Christmas present glasses there
Pretty awesome.
that she got for me, and
no.
I haven't been back to get them.
No.
Wow.
Wait, still?
Have them mail them to you.
I probably should have had to mail it to me.
Oh, you should have told us. I feel like we've been back there since after, and I would have picked them up for you.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things you could have done.
should have said something. There was,
just
he goes, you know what?
left them there.
Noted. There's ways to handle this.
I'm finding out on air, and now I feel
You
terrible.
can be proactive.
That's almost impressive that you haven't gone and gotten.
No, I gotta stop the car, find a parking spot, to go up, and then come back down.
Where is this? Where is this place?
20-something to something.
Chelsea.
My God, come on.
What?
It's not that far from here.
on your way.
50s, dude.
Oh boy.
Come on, I'm Hell's Kitchen people now. It's a different temperature on that block altogether. I don't know if you know that. It's always a wind tunnel. Congratulations on the special, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're making the rounds here. We had so many fucking things. We had 80 different things we wanted to talk to these girls about.
Well, we've been
Feels
talking
like
about.
it.
You forgot
We've
all.
been talking about.
I got oregano brain.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, that tuna filled me up. I got the itis.
Oh, Dan's ready for a fucking dog-like nap.
I could go to sleep. You guys mind if I crash on that couch for about 20? I'll pick back up. Sorry, I didn't know I was gonna get so loaded
Tummy
on
out.
salt and tuna. No, but Jay's a huge Marilyn Manson fan, and I know you're.
This is exactly what I wanted to talk about.
I know,
yes,
but I'm wearing Queens of the Stone Age, and he's kind of falling apart. And so we're at this age where like all of our favorite artists that we like loved growing up are starting to just fucking fail.
I like that falling apart. You're like, you mean raping people?
Well, no, he's Josh Homme's like being accused of domestic disputes and shit, and it's like Manson with the rape charges, and you're just kind of like, hey, can any of you guys just pull it through? Can we just enjoy you?
Doubtful.
Yeah, I can't wait till Vedder's stuff comes up because it will, Lou.
Eddie Vedder would never fucking.
A man can't play. Do you think he plays a ukulele and doesn't want to touch small children?
Oh, good point. Oh, good point.
Krystyna,
news.
Who's your hero that's going to fall from grace? Because ours are already.
Eddie Vedder's definitely got some kids on his thing somewhere.
My hero's Beyonce in pop culture.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. You're going to find out she's using like child labor for something.
No, that's
Which I don't
exactly
care.
what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to get Kathy Lead.
It doesn't.
Now,
No
there's
sweat.
there's cheap labor happening somewhere in the ladder of Beyonce.
She's a corporation. She's like such an icon that there's going to be a thing where you're like, oh, fuck, that's what it was.
It's an oversight.
Well, Marilyn Manson was a
he
dicey
takes
one
the
because-
cake.
And I said I've described it this way many times. I think Corinne will agree with this too. Like, I think he got what he was. Like, he got the character he was, like the satire he was when he was younger. And then I think as he got older, he didn't deal with getting older well, and he absinthed himself into like believing his own bullshit and thinking he's like. It's just.
Yeah, his ego broke.
His performances have been horrific, which doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I remember
he doesn't have to be a bad performer anymore.
Fat Manson when the stage fell on him.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
and he got pissed. Yeah.
No.
So I brought
tough to watch.
Christine. I brought Christine before, and she's been like, for me, she's kind of like, it was good. I'm like, shut up, it was horrible.
He's
That
way
was
better.
awful,
He was
yeah.
way fucking cool. How many times
he
did you
tripped?
see him?
He hiccuped in the microphone at one point.
I think I only saw him live like 2 times because I was coming from high school when I was like too young to see him in person. So I only got to see him subpar live. So for me it was good because I was comparing it to like, things I watched on YouTube, and it's never the same as a live experience. Yeah. And I met him in person. Like I paid like $500 to
You had
go
a weird interaction, right?
on his bus. I mean, it was a hot interaction, but now weird in retrospect, I suppose.
Oh shit! That evidence comes out, and you're like, oh god damn it!
Because he says like wacky shit.
I love to drink your blood and then mix our bloods, and then we
wish.
could blood up.
Well,
I have a centrifuge in my place.
Would you like to see a collider?
all of that, yes. He's just very sexual, and I liked it. Wasn't too far for me, especially because I'm the one who initiated it.
Oh
you know?
really? So you went on and took a shot at Marilyn Manson?
Well, I was with my best friend who's a hot gay man, and I went on and I just asked him if we could take a weird photo together, and he kind of looked at me like, what do you mean? And I was like, no, I mean like, can you give me bunny ears or something? Not like, can I touch your dick? And then he kind of gave us bunny ears, which was a cute photo, and I knew it was going to be, and I had really thought a long time about it. And then for the next one, because we got a Polaroid per person, and so for the next one, he turns to me right before the camera clicks, and he goes, you can touch my dick in this one.
Ooh,
and then I
yes,
was like,
Daddy.
yeah.
like that's like that was worth $500 right there for Marilyn Manson to say that to me.
Did you
like,
touch it?
Iconic. No, actually, like because he like presented his dick like in pants.
Son.
In pants, but he like I could tell he was not fucking joking around.
Ooh, was it hard?
And-
Was he hard?
And I didn't go that far. I was nervous.
He's like, look how evil you're making me feel. I'm feeling more.
Oh, the
more
darkness
evil.
is rising.
Oh no, it looks like as if your recommendation is becoming what I
Oh my
want.
god! It was like 2 wild and crazy guys where like you shoot your shot at something you never think is gonna work,
Yeah.
and then it works, and then you go, "I'm panicking. I don't know how to
Yeah,
handle
he's locked
this."
up.
Well, praise Baphomet. Look who woke up.
But I put my hand like as far up where the thigh connects to the
Hip
the
bone?
penis area,
Yeah.
Taint.
and that's as far as I could go. And also like I didn't want to touch his dick in front of my best friend who I don't know.
Why?
Just,
You were going to be smelling your hand all night?
yeah, I'm not into like the voyeurism kind of thing, so I don't know. But it was a very satisfying experience.
When you got off the bus, you were like, "Damn, I almost touched Marilyn Manson's dick."
yeah.
When a guy you want to fuck gets me too, it sucks.
Yeah.
Because you're like, la 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 la.
Oh, man.
It makes you question it makes me question my own taste too.
Was James?
How's
Frank-
that? I was going to say, who got you in that regard? Where you
Yeah.
were like a celebrity crush, and you were like, I mean, Manson obviously. has
James
gotta
Franco,
be the
I remember, was one
That's
of
what I
them
was-
because
yeah.
I met him before a while ago, and then I somehow thought that we
He'd
could
molest
hook up.
you.
Yeah, and he said no. But
What did
but yeah.
he do? What was his Me Too?
Acting class stuff.
Yeah, teaching at
It
NYU
was.
and then asking the students for nudes, and I'm like,
Yeah, they're trying to hook up with the students.
He's like, act like you want to be here.
I don't
and show me your naked body.
care about that.
I thought you meant his acting class in general. Like it was a crime that he
Yeah.
was trying to act.
Another
Yeah,
acting coach went and was like, ladies, you've all been molested by his teaching.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Hey guys, can you pull off aloof, charming, rapey?
Yeah, he got in trouble. Who else got in trouble for like just being? I mean, Depp is going through it with Amber Heard right now.
But that's Amber Heard's fault, where everyone's pretty sure.
You heard it here first, everybody.
Yeah.
Damn.
No,
Pretty
I mean,
sure
yeah,
it's her fault.
it seems like she really created a scenario where it was supposed to look like he was doing something and really she was the abuser. Which I mean, wow, women are getting ahead finally.
Yeah, look at that.
Sometimes
dude.
I'll get a heads up on a guy that's about to get me too'd.
Yeah.
Mostly comic.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn it. It's usually somebody I want to fuck. Like Krystyna, I had a huge crush on, and then a friend of his was like, "Don't." I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Don't."
You're like,
And
I
they
got 2
told me-
days. I got 2 days for the news drops.
When's it going to press? Friday at 3 p.m.
Oh God. Oh God.
If
Oh,
I,
God.
I
Move,
could
move,
say I
move.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, they just released footage of him doing spots in LA. Like someone leaked, like was Instagram storing it, and then of course it went viral on Twitter. And he's basically not doing jokes; he's just on stage, and he has a goatee now. And he's like,
Goatee.
"Yeah, man. Sometimes in this business, you got to learn that like people are gonna want you to be someone, and if you're not that person, they're gonna get mad at you." And you're like,
That's not at all what that
What?
was about.
"What are you
Wow.
talking about?"
I don't know, man. That's got to be
You fuck teenagers.
going.
That's who he is, Christine. Let him be who he
They're legal
is.
in Canada. 16 is legal in Canada.
And like,
Which
Canada-
is the problem.
Was it confirmed he fucked underage girls?
Was
he
it
was
like,
asking for
16
pictures
is
of them.
legal in Canada. That's not underage.
He was asking for nudes, but then some of them said no. Like, ew, dude, you're old. And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
That's gotta when
That
you're like
sucks.
when you're like a famous guy and someone shuts you down like that, where they're like, "You're being creepy." You got to be like, "Sorry, I gotta fly out of here on my jet, go to people parties." Because getting shut down, no matter what age, you're still getting shut
It
down.
still hurts.
Yeah.
It's still
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking blow to your ego. And if you got an ego that big, and then you're just like,
Try my damnedest to never be in positions like that so much in my life.
and then
I'm not gonna shut.
also the coolness of being like, those kind of guys that are in it for like nefarious reasons, being
Right.
like, "I would love if you showed me your body," and they go, "Ew, you're grossing me out," and he goes, "All right." Like if anyone turned down Dracula like that, like if Dracula was like, "Come with me," and they're like, "You're fucking weird," he's like, "Okay, maybe I should get out of here."
Yeah. What's your stupid
All
accent?
right, well, Transylvania.
Somewhere else, you bitch.
When I was at Transylvania High, I was overweight.
That's
own
pretty
country.
good. That's pretty good. I've been to Rome. I've been to Transylvania in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
You did the pilgrimage?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how into vampires I am. I was like, I gotta see where
The
they're
pilgrimage.
made.
Yeah, I got to go where the head vampire
Guys,
is.
I slept in Vlad's bed one night.
I went to my Mecca, Vlad the Impaler's castle. Was it cool? Was it cool?
I did, and it was so cool.
That shit would be cool to go to.
Yeah, you have to have a local villager. You bribe him because he has a rowboat, and Vlad's,
This sounds like Dracula.
Yeah, Vlad's tomb is in. You have to cross a moat, and it's in a tower in the middle of the moat. It's so cool, and there's wild dogs everywhere, so it feels like wolves are following you. They call them community dogs, but they're wild dogs, and they howl at the moon.
Dude,
it's the
that's-
most incredible place I've ever been in my entire life.
And then you go to
Sounds
Romania
awesome.
and you go, "Hey, can you take me to Vlad the Impaler's thing?" He goes, "That's a utility box. That serves as lights."
Is that his
for
grave?
Yeah, he goes, "No one knows where his grave is."
I never go see anything. Well, and when I was in Utah once, they took me to see the barn where they told me Kevin Bacon did his solo dance in Footloose.
That's great.
Never.
You got to go to where he angry danced.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll be honest, there was like chains. Maybe. Maybe.
Could
Not
be.
go to the Shining Hotel.
I didn't go to the Shining Hotel. I don't know why. I thought it was going to weird me
That's
out.
an hour outside Denver.
Yeah, my mom used to work
Estes
there.
Park. It's incredible.
Well, it was one. I forget which one it was. One of them has a restaurant in it now, and
It's
because
the Broadmoor.
But I don't. One of them, there's two hotels attached to this. There's one that's the picture they do from the outside,
That's
and the
in,
one
like-
they shot in.
Yeah, the one that
I don't know which
the
one I was
picture on
at.
the outside's the Broadmoor, which is in Colorado. And then the one they shot in is, I think, in
I think
Washington.
Washington State. I think that's what it was. I think Washington.
But then the third one, so I'm talking about the one that Stephen King stayed at where he was inspired to pen The Shining, which is in Estes Park, Colorado. And I've been many times. They actually do comedy
is that the Broadmoor?
there.
Yeah, they booked us.
No, it's not the. What is it? Oh my God, what is it called? It's my favorite place on the planet, and I've forgotten the
The
name.
Stanley?
The Stanley,
That's
yes.
what it's. I thought that's what it's called in the book. I don't know.
Well, that's apparently the story. I've stayed there, and like I'm like into ghosts, but I'm like hesitant to believe that they're real. But that place is haunted for real.
I wonder if that's the one my mom worked at. The one my mom worked at was haunted. She worked at the haunted one and worked at the restaurant there.
The Stanley has a very nice hotel, a beautiful whiskey bar, the front porch that wraps.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I never want to believe it. 'Cause,
I'm just finding out that she was tricking me the whole time with turkey tetrazzini.
I have no idea anything about ghosts, but any place I've gone that says it's haunted, like especially a hotel. I've stayed in a few hotels. They go, "Oh, that one you're staying at, they do say is actually haunted." And you ask the front desk people, and they do stuff like this. They're like, "Yeah, sometimes the elevator opens and a guy holding a serving tray comes out and stuff." It's like it's never harmful.
You know, his
I'm like,
eyes.
"Shut up, Lisa, is it?"
Yeah.
It's like you're doing a fucking Sudoku, and they go, "Yeah." And once in a while, I'm doing a Sudoku and
A
She's
spirit.
like, she goes, a little girl carries her head down the hallway, but that's it.
It's cute.
Oh my God.
What is this? The Shining Hotel?
This is Stanley.
The Stanley, yeah, the visual.
What is that,
It's,
a lake in the
It's
back of it?
breathtaking. Great place to
Shit.
get married. Insane. I tried to take Krystyna there last time we were there, and there was the fires from.
Oh yeah.
They were drifting so far that they had to evacuate the
We had
hotel.
a tour booked. I was so ready to see a ghost kid.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
pissed. I'm
yeah,
so
dude,
obsessed with ghosts.
Really? Have
Yeah.
you gone to a place that's
What
definitely
war are
haunted?
you an
I'm
orphan
learning to
from?
I'm taking classes to become a medium. Apparently, anybody can do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta learn how to lie.
you gotta learn how to have a good poker
Check
face.
people's Facebook profiles. Find out about them through pictures.
Did you lose?
They make them think you're a genius.
You lost a relative with the name. There's D. There's D in the name.
I feel bad for repeating this. I just said it on Skank about our friend Michelle's friend who was like made a living as being a psychic medium, and she's like, "Why don't you believe him?" I go, "Because why isn't it the only thing he talks about all the time?
All I
and
see is
walking
dead
around
people."
in pure nightmarish hell that is having a connection to the spirit. There's like,
well, you
and then
think
once in a while
it'd be
they
nightmarish.
and they go, "Oh yeah," it goes. Also, let's go to McDonald's. Yeah, no, I'm talking to a spooky spirit right now. Hey,
it's a conductor from the 1840s. He was crushed under a train.
He said there was foul play.
Does it become that?
Does it,
the
Whoopi
people
Goldberg?
That I know. Yes. Yes.
Stop
it. Does.
Yeah.
Stop it. You're smarter
I'm
than
gonna
this.
fucking learn how to do this, and I'm gonna read you, and you're gonna shit your pants.
I'm not.
Okay.
What are you going to read? You know a bunch of things
I don't
about
know.
me.
I
I'm
don't know.
excited to see.
You're
The
uncomfortable
whole
in skimpy
point
clothing.
is, the whole point is,
Yeah,
you're
so my
supposed to
mom-
relay things that there's
She's
no
not a
way they would
psychic.
know.
My mom worked at the Stanley Hotel in 1968.
Oh, that's so
Whoa.
cool.
Is that the haunted one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. That's the
Yeah,
story
yeah,
she
yeah.
tells.
That's the one where
She was dressed in a squirrel
I-
costume, blowing a butler.
She was veiny in a bathtub. Looks a lot
I
better
would-
on the way in.
Dish, I would never say that about you.
Yeah.
Don't you
would.
dare.
It's just funny. It's my mom.
No, it's great when it's your own mom.
I love
can't
that
call
your
your
mom
mom
worked
the
there.
old
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, then I had her call in to talk about ghosts, and she kept calling them apparitions. And I was like, "Hey, I need you to shut up."
Well, that's called
So now,
respect.
whenever we
that's
talk,
lame.
whenever we talk about Dan's mom, we have a sound effect for it.
So Trish, put the pack away. She's
Getting ready to light him up.
Yeah, dude. She's a fucking independent Ghostbuster.
Calm down, Trish.
That's awesome. That's like my dream.
But with Marilyn Manson, you saw that documentary, obviously. You watched like the two-parter.
I didn't actually.
Okay, 'cause-
Wait, where's that one? I've seen lots of documentaries.
HBO Max, the one with Evan Rachel Wood put out.
Oh, you
Rise
know
of the
what?
Phoenix, I think.
That's what it's called?
I didn't even know that she put it out because I was following her on Instagram when everything was breaking because she was posting stories from all the other survivors, but I didn't watch that documentary. I didn't even hear about it because I think once that went down, I was just like, I just have to.
You were like, I'm out. Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, I still have this really cool poster up in my apartment, but that's Rob Zombie's on it too, so I just have to take it down. It's my private home. I mean, I obviously think he's like a bad guy.
I believe it for sure when I watch the documentary, but I also
I gotta watch this.
I also am curious if he's hearing it all going like, what? I thought we were into like bloodletting. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
like,
What do you mean you didn't want it?
You say
Like, the fact that she was so young was just too manipulatable anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever situation she was in, even at the time, because there's a lot of evidence of her, I think on her own accord, saying like, I love this, I'm finally being myself and all this kind of shit. But the one that got me the craziest, did you hear the accusation is, which I thought was one of the hottest things and coolest videos, you know, the heart-shaped glasses video, the long version where in the beginning he's fucking Evan Rachel Wood and it's the beginning of the song Evidence is playing.
Okay.
In the background, and she says that he, in front of the crew, like just started fucking her for real, and she was like, didn't know that was going to happen, didn't want that to happen.
Were they not? They weren't dating or anything. They were.
They were dating,
okay,
but she was like,
but he just
was
started.
like,
I see.
and
I
showing
see.
like, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck, and he just started fucking her actually.
Uncomfortable
on
power
set.
play.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
the thing was, there were so many pairings in Hollywood where the age gap is just like we're all watching it and we're all like, that's not like okay.
That's fucked up.
But you know, it's like so we're all complicit in it.
Well, it's like
Everyone was photographing
Not
them,
me, I'm
interviewing them
pedophile hunting. I
together.
don't know if you guys heard.
We didn't.
I've been pedophile hunting.
Nice.
He's been out on the road.
Oh for 2, but I'm out there.
So how does it like with like Kim Kardashian and Pete? Like she's 41, he's 20, but or 26 or whatever.
No,
That's
Pete's almost like 28 now.
Yeah.
I forgot he
Jay and I are like,
is.
he's 28.
I always think he's 16.
Well,
in
I
my
do
head.
too. I do too. But
I'm
then
like,
I
isn't
see
it
things,
crazy
I'm like,
that
oh,
Kim
he's like
Kardashian's
almost-
dating a 16-year-old? Oh, he's 28.
Yeah.
No,
We
listen.
should stop this crazy lady.
Yeah.
And also, I can't speak. I had the same exact age gap as like Britney Spears and Kim Kardashian in my relationship. So it's
She did it first.
36, 24.
Who's Britney Spears' new baby daddy?
Sam Sagari.
Hot dumb guy.
Really?
They've been
Is that
dating
what he is?
forever, though.
Is he just like a hot idiot?
His lips, you just want to sit on them.
And
really
he just came in and just dumped.
You see me
Yeah.
he's nodding all so long too.
Yeah. Jay's like,
He does.
I'm telling you right now. I'm getting real Manson second picture over here. If you know what I mean.
I think I was telling you outside. If someone reached out to
Oh,
me.
yeah, this guy loves linen. I forgot.
Yeah, he's really.
Yeah. Someone reached out to me today, I think, on Instagram. Vanna, I can't remember her last name. Vanna McCreary, Vana McCreary.
Sounds like a fake name.
It does sound like a fake name, but no, she wrote a book also called like Marilyn and Me. Apparently, it's supposed to, like her tell-all thing, and she was like,
Yeah, I did. My ex-boyfriend of 7 years dated. He was in a relationship with somebody right before me that had just got out of a relationship with Manson, and then
Really?
dated my ex. Yeah,
Damn.
and I heard some not great.
because I have to believe this was even if it was a slow burn, at some point a switch flipped because
Yeah.
if Rose McGowan has
I was
said
gonna say
nothing,
that, right,
she's
and
the one.
she would've.
She would have screamed it from the rooftop.
But I'm like, if you're that terrible, are you that terrible to every single person?
No, I know exactly what he did because so I read
Or is that's evidence for him?
I read Rose
against-
McGowan's book, and that's one of she is taking down every man in the business, like Quentin Tarantino, everyone. And Marilyn's one of the few people who she has said I had a positive experience with. That being said, Dita Von Teese also had a positive story. So I think what he was doing was the most famous people he was treating well, and then everyone else he was treating badly. And because he has a couple of famous people who have only good things to say about, and we're gonna listen to them more. It was actually like, and that makes you see like how deep the plan was.
I think just the timing. I think it's after that. I think after the Dita Von Teese, what is stuff I know as a fan, but he seemed to never kind of snap back. And I think that's when he became. I mean, we have friends who are musicians out in L.A. At one point, they were like, "Dude, he's like sad looking. He's just like." Eating,
does
he's
coke
like,
and eats
does cokes and
hamburgers.
eats hamburgers.
pretty awesome.
and lives above like a liquor store or something.
Just goes down, gets
In
tall
LA.
boy, slams a fucking double burger, doing blow. This guy.
So it's like he just kind of like he was like
Why
a mess
live in
and just
LA
doing
at this
absinthe and everything like that.
yeah.
Because he actually, I think he still loves like the going out and being Marilyn Manson.
Wow.
Well,
Still.
Rolling Stone did that wild story on him where like he keeps his apartment chilly. He like so chilly that everyone's cold. It's so dark his staff can't see around. He refers to vodka as wadka.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, yeah. When they did an article like that on Johnny Depp too about how he's just drinking too much wine in a castle in London, and everyone's like, "You all right?" He's like, "I'm fine. Everything's okay."
Dude, Johnny Depp's, it's so funny watching the hot guy get like hot girl treatment.
Yeah.
Was when Johnny Depp had a thing. We watched some video about him doing his art.
Oh my
It's like
god.
it's like really, and it's like him. They make it so dramatic. He's got all his
That's
paint
amazing.
and everything. No, it's not
Yeah.
even that. He just takes printed out pictures of celebrities and like just like like does like it's like he has to think about it and he slaps like
And
some
he's
red
got,
on
like-
it. And he's
he's
like,
got, like-
he puts a David Bowie thing down the most
no
hack
creativity.
shit. Yeah.
No creativity.
He's got
oh
like
my
he's got like
God.
5 headbands
Oh
on.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's just laced at
Oh
headbands.
no.
Yeah,
He's
look.
just painting over a printed
Yes.
picture. That
NFT
sucks.
art.
It's the same as when you give a kid.
NFT.
It's like when you give a kid a coloring book and you
Never
go,
fear truth.
No, it's like when you give a kid one of those coloring books where you dip the pen in water and then you just color over it and then
Yes.
the colors appear.
Oh, because it's already
No
got a bunch of
artistic-
dots.
Yeah.
It's got the little dots
Yeah,
of
no
it.
artistic merit.
Because it's pretty crazy that I learned I could wear multiple hats and make this kind
What's
of.
this? Never Fear Truth? Is that the name of his?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, never fear truth, dude.
So he says NFT.
Everything he does has bangs.
And a
This
bracelet.
is rough. Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, Johnny Depp and Marilyn Manson are best friends, so this all checks out.
No.
Oh yeah, dude, that art makes me art. It really is funny to me.
It's like he's trying to be Andy Warhol.
Did
but
he do
it's not
Josh Adam
working.
Myers, that top left one?
Hey y'all, it's Tim Burton.
That's my homie. Johnny Depp did an NFT of me.
Oh, he's going to show you what
It
happens
says
to it.
ponder.
Think about that.
Oh
Now,
my god. He could
guys?
have done this on an iPad.
Did you guys think about this?
Oh,
What does that thing? Look at the drawing I did. I gave him bloody lips.
What a double-sided
I paid
dildo.
a
He's got
fan to
bloody
do something
lips.
like this on an iPad. I paid her $25 to do
Yeah.
exactly that on an
Hey,
iPad.
Go to the Pacino
nice
one.
NFT, Johnny Depp. I can get this on Fiverr.
I got Johnny Depp drawing all over me.
What's
I
with the
just
Hitler
wanted to-
mustache?
I got you seen. I don't know what I've seen, but Johnny, I don't like it. What are you doing, Johnny?
Oh my God! Look how shitty the writing is on it.
Go to the Hunter S. Thompson one. All the way to the left.
Pink glasses.
My God.
Oh, he made the orange glasses pink.
My God, man.
Good
You made me look like
creative
I was
decision.
sucking on a butt. Look at that, dude. It looks so weird.
Oh god.
Yeah, dude. This is what happens
I'll
when
tell
you're
you
a
what,
hot
though.
guy your whole life.
Is that Johnny Depp's signature? Because I don't mind that. I like a good,
You're back on board?
wacky signature. No, I'm not
That's
on
like he
board.
practiced it.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man, cool's got a price. If you're cool for a while, you're going to pay that price at the end where you're just not cool anymore.
Could die young. Marilyn Manson, if he died at 36 years old,
Would have been better
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
he'd have been
Are
a
you
legend
kidding me?
forever.
If Johnny Depp would have died at 35, all three of these women would be weeping at the just hearing his name. You'd be like, it's like James Dean. James Dean could have got old and fat and gotten Brando.
Yeah.
And everyone would stop being like, he was the best. You're like,
Johnny Depp could have made it to 50.
and
He
still,
pulled off 50.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
yeah.
he's like
He's a hot 50.
He's like the last 5 years.
He did do it.
His last 5 years when he started getting like the face, he's getting age things are happening to him.
I feel like Johnny Depp's still doing great. Marilyn Manson has really just become a shell of a man. Like he's seen his performance, everything about him. Like
His
he's like
face.
disgusting. He's become a despicable human being.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was,
well,
I met him like on the last hot day, I think. He was
Yeah.
still doing it for me, but it was very dark on the bus.
That's so funny.
And cold.
You
shut
shopped-
up, forearm tattoos. I
Yeah.
know, we're working on it.
Corinne-
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Corinne shopped at Kmart the day before it closed. She was like, it was fine. I was in there. I bought stuff. And then now it's all gone.
Yeah.
They
That cool guy,
liquidated.
that cool guy, let me touch his dick almost.
That cool satanic guy let me touch his dick, and you guys got a problem with it? Let's take our last break. Should we take our last break?
Yes.
Just-
We shall. We'll come back. We're hanging out. The Guys We Fucked special
On
with Krystyna
YouTube.
Hutchinson and Corinne Fisher is
Go
available
check it
on
out.
YouTube.
Go give a click. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
Oh, he was so provocative and cool.
The songs are so good still, but I can only listen to them in my apartment.
That's what happens when you're famous. Like there comes a point where it intersects where you start saying the things about yourself that others say about you, and that's where you're fucked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You
That's
believe
where
your own hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his thing. Believing his own hype.
You can't
Look it up,
believe
Will.
your own hype.
Sorry.
You looking at Welsh Farms?
Yeah. It's making me nervous.
Yeah, Lou just said genuinely off, not on microphone.
He said it sympathetically.
He goes, I really hope I don't get you guys sick with that.
Why?
I mean, it could be bad canned tuna. I don't know what could happen. It all
Is
came
somebody
straight.
not feeling well?
I'm feeling fine.
But now you're putting it in their head.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
you're gonna get a mental diarrhea.
You're gonna placebo affect me, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Welsh Farms. Look, they have
That's a
wraps.
nice website.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
looks
great.
nice.
Yeah, you have a good
Wait,
web designer.
dude. It says deli and convenience, so that's really a weird place to get.
It's not
ingredients for-
24/7 though, so that's
That's
positive.
good too. They shut. They have a closing time.
Yeah.
And it's also a reasonable closing time. Tells me you were there before
Tells me
8
they're
p.m.
doing well.
Or
Yeah.
you know,
No, it tells me he wasn't home by 8 p.m. yesterday, so it tells me that he's had these ingredients from this gas station sitting around for a while.
I wouldn't do that
Like,
to you.
and that was Krystyna and me, big ups on Wawa for sure. She has
Always.
a tattoo, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I do.
Respect.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be amped up if somebody was like, hey, I made a lasagna from all things I purchased at Wawa.
Correct.
And
Yeah,
not
they're
from like,
like-
by the way, I would try Wawa's version of lasagna.
Uh-huh.
But if you said
not
I got
some
the
concoction.
ingredients
Yeah.
to make lasagna, you'd be like, some of that's
That's not how I
Like
do
you
my
shouldn't
food.
make those pasta noodles are done.
Yeah.
They're dust.
I wish he could take that piece of information back, because before I thought it was from a Welsh Farms, I had this almost idyllic,
Like a Whole Foods.
like he had gone
Nice.
and
Fish,
like,
the tuna.
In defense,
Yeah.
it's probably $10 for a box of Fruity Pebbles where he went. So
Right.
he didn't underspend,
Yeah, but this isn't.
but it's also not an expensive meal.
This isn't an exercise in
I bet
saving money.
I bet the Campbell's soup can going probably for 69, 79 cents in a grocery store. I bet it was $1.19 there.
Wow. Hike.
It was all fresh. Nothing had dust on it. All right.
That's a crazy way. That's a crazy way to say it.
Very defensive.
That's a crazy way to say it. The canned peas is where I started to go. I don't know.
You got
There was
defrozen.
canned peas in it?
Everything was canned.
Well, I just
Oh.
didn't know there was peas at all in the tuna casserole.
There was
with
peas.
oregano. Okay.
You really made your own adventure with that, huh?
Yeah.
Lou?
Trying to
He
place
Nice.
it.
Good
Why
for
not?
you.
Yeah,
Creative arts.
he took a culinary risk.
Christine still can't believe oregano.
The oregano's wild.
Oregano is harmless.
You're more of an artist than Johnny Depp, though. With
Yeah,
what you put together.
100%.
It's true. So you
Yeah.
can buy new.
You're no hack, dude.
You added one of your own elements.
So
to
now
the thing.
Lou is selling plates of his tuna casserole as NFTs.
Hell yeah.
You come by and eat it.
Gordon
It's-
Ramsay couldn't call you a fucking.
Gordon
a hack,
Ramsay, I
dude.
think you'd start bleeding out of his ears. He'd be like, "What is this? I don't understand."
He'd have to respect. He'd have to respect what you did.
Thank you. I'm creative.
Wow.
Kraft slices. He'd be furious at you.
Kraft slices are so good, though.
Oh
They
my
are.
It's like my
God.
favorite cheese.
Oh, I would nibble on that shit as a kid.
Were you guys around?
No.
I don't know if you guys were up here yet when Lewis used to do Dylan's bar. It was like one of his first poster dog shows. Really before he did comedy much, he would host them sometimes. But this place that was on the first episode ever of
Yeah.
Kitchen Nightmares.
It was over on like 9th Avenue.
It was no, it's on 57. Yeah, between 57th and 9th. I think 8th and 9th, and it was the first episode. I just remember just watching Lewis and Dave's face when Gordon Ramsay was like going in the fridge and like moving the gasket and like roaches just pouring out. And it was like, oh god, I ate there every day. I had so many of those moldy samosas they have floating in that bucket of water.
Yeah, dude, that's like finding out it's the Marilyn Manson of food. And you're like, it was so cool at the time, and now it's so gross. I feel so
They
bad.
thought they were in heaven because they were like Indian places giving us free food every night.
Oh, damn.
And by the way, I didn't know this. This new piece of information that I must have known but forgot. The guy who in the episode is the manager, his name's Martin, and he is like Gordon Ramsay and him go. He gets fired ultimately at the end of the episode. Gordon Ramsay is going at him the whole time because every time they need the manager, he's got like it's very weird. At different times too. The waitresses are like are massaging his scalp and stuff, like the girls, and they're like, yeah, a lot of weird stuff, and he was just not really involved. And he's a doofy guy, and Lewis goes, yeah, he was doofy. He was one of my ticket sales guys that got the job as manager of the restaurant. Because he didn't go to school for a restaurant. He was just another one. That's the second Lewis ticket sales guy that got some position of authority at a venue of some
Yeah,
sort.
because Scott
Scott Gray was a stand-up New York dude. He just worked for Lewis.
He was like Lewis's guy, then all of a sudden he was running stand-up New York
Got an
when
eye for
Wayne was
talent.
fired. And you just walk up, especially as comics, we think
He was
we're
an
so
adult.
special.
He was an adult with a PC set of teeth working for Louis J. Gomez. Ended up being the manager of stand-up and Booker, and like a Booker at one point.
Fuck.
And
had
then-
like power.
Yeah,
in the
when you,
industry.
and you know when you're a comic, you're like, no, this is a fair game.
Right.
You work hard, and then you work up, and then you're
What
like,
you put in, you get out.
yeah. Then you're like the ticket guy.
He just started. He
I
just started
walked
wearing.
up.
He just started wearing vests one day, and that
Dude,
was it.
He wore a top hat, like a magical top hat.
Yeah.
Dude, he walked up. I used to do check spots there every night. Every night I would go and do an 8 o'clock check spot. And when he took over, I was like running late. I was running from the 2 train up to stand up New York, and I run around the corner. He's outside smoking. He goes, "You don't get a check spot tonight." And I was like running around the corner. I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm in charge now." And it was a moment where I was like,
Wow.
"What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Wayne got fired." And I was like, "No."
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he's out. And we're going to do check spots a little differently here now. And I was like, and then I just stopped going. I just stopped going to stand up New York.
Okay.
I was like, all right, I'll go do bar shows in Brooklyn and shit. Bye,
He used to
guy.
bombard me with. He'd come up. He's dead, by the way. Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
rest in
Scott.
peace.
But
He's on the other side. He's busting comics balls on the other
I'll
side.
channel him
but
later.
he would
when
come.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah, can you?
But
When
he
you
would
get your
come.
powers.
He
would come
says,
out.
"Fuck you."
Yeah.
He would jump over and make you listen to it. You ever make you listen to his writing and his poet? He would tell you that his actual thing is he's a poet. And he would show goes,
No,
You were homeless when Lewis found you and gave you a ticket sales job.
He would always tell
Please
stories.
stop showing me your music.
He would tell stories about how he had to use karate. He kind of looked like Chuck Norris.
He did look like Chuck Norris.
And he always would talk about how he had to use his karate on the subway because a man was beating up a woman and he had to step in and stop it.
Wow.
He's like,
Okay.
3
What a
kicks to
hero.
the head.
What a sexy hero.
And then it was always one of those stories where you're like, dude, you're like a giant 8-year-old lying to me right now.
Even if you know karate, if you call it doing karate on somebody,
Yeah.
It's like,
But the
dude,
way he would talk-
take off the Tiger Schulman's jacket, bro. We get it. You took classes.
But the way he would tell the story is like, so there she is. And he's hitting her, right? He's hitting her and I step in. And I just, with my right hand, just come down. And you're like, this isn't true. But I want a check spot. So I'm going to listen
So you
to
have
you.
to be like,
Sure, so he goes-
wow.
and then I put like my energy, I hit it
Yeah.
into his chest.
You guys must have that shit all the time when you meet people where you're like, you're fucking in a place of power and you're this crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like women
whole
get to see it more
industry.
with men because you guys get to see like the weird horny side. Where
Yeah,
men
the
are like,
the guys who book try to like show off sometimes. Yeah.
they're like, you guys want to see my motorcycle? And you're like,
Yeah.
Who's Scott at the Improv? He's like,
Oh, I'm so sad for you girls. You never got a chance to dance the dance with Craig Glazer before
My-
he passed away.
dude, I
Who
would-
is Craig
I
Glazer?
would, that's like Godzilla Kong.
What?
Dude, I would love to see Glazer versus the guys we fucked.
You guys probably would have been the thing that ended Stanford and Sons Comedy Club in Kansas City. Probably.
Whoa.
He was this guy that owned Stanford and Sons. We've gone through. He has a web series called A Man and His Dog, where he recounts all the women that he fucked.
While he aggressively holds dogs who want to get away from him against their will.
So he originated
And people
guys
watch-
we fucked, kind of, I guess.
They did.
Oh,
We owe
People
him.
watched it.
They
No,
scrubbed
no,
the. They scrubbed it. They scrubbed it.
The only
didn't.
thing that searches is you guys talking about it.
Uh-uh.
Who scrubbed it? His fan.
Well,
next
it's a man.
Of kin?
It's a man and his dog. Not
That's-
a boy.
Oh, is that a
you did
wiener
look that up.
dog?
Yeah, dude. And he just talks about like the women he fucked, and he's like,
Like graphically?
yeah, he's like,
Yes,
she,
well, unless
bang,
he
she was
te-
a slut. I fucked her.
He tells you wholeheartedly and like
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's also
truth-
dead. We really bang
he-
on people that have died.
Truthfully, this guy spoke very truthfully and honestly, but cockily about sexually harassing April Macy for an entire weekend.
We had April Macy on the
Oh,
show
no.
to be like, hey, what happened with that? Because in his story, April Macy just wanted to fuck. She just wanted a fur coat. And she wanted to fuck him. And then we got her on the
He's
phone. And
gorgeous
she's like,
and he's disgusting. It's
yeah,
not
she was
true.
like, no, that's not how it went down. That's not how it went
Oh,
down.
well, his
at all."
thing was he said we were supposed to have a date after the Saturday show.
No.
What?
After the Friday.
Who would believe
Oh my
that?
god, him holding those dogs is Oh, I hate the way he
And he's got a
holds the
toupee.
dogs.
He's
She
got a
dated
bad
Gary
toupee.
Goldman,
Oh
like a
my
hot
God.
person,
Yeah.
a successful person.
God, I'm. You know what? I know we have to go soon, but I'm very excited that Corinne and Krystyna now can follow the Craig
Ew.
Glazer.
Oh, well,
I had
this
no
guy,
idea about
the,
this guy.
The April Macy story he tells. And the thing is saying that they were supposed to hang out. They were pretty much going to fuck on Saturday.
Oh my god!
But Friday night he drove. They went to go do something, I forget, and they swung by his house first.
I got her a coat.
And she was like, she's like, I was cold, or she was cold, so I went in the thing and I gave her a jacket, and it was like fox or something. I thought it was whatever it was like a fox coat, some kind of fur that was like. She was like, like ooh la la, and he goes, I could tell she was like totally wet. We could have done it right there, but I was tired, so I took her
Wow.
home, whatever. And then she calls me that night and looks inside the thing, and says, I just looked inside this jacket and saw the tag. It's fucking rabbit fur, and we are not going out tomorrow, and that is it with you.
And she
it's like,
didn't say any of that. Wow.
I mean, who would say that's an insane script to
to
write?
write
if you're
your
writing
own
that.
dialogue from stuff that you went through. It's like she said, I have
Who
to.
would
have
do
you.
this?
That's why he's his storytelling.
You could borrow a coat. He goes, "This is rabbit fur.
That's why he's
I
doing
will
a
not
video.
have sex with you."
So no one else can question him. So he's putting it out on a video where no one can go, wait, what? Like no one can interrupt him. He
Well,
just
that's-
puts his lie out on a boat and sends it into the ocean.
And that's
yeah.
where we come up. That's where we find the video, watch
Yeah.
it, call April Macy, have her on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Investigative journalism.
Yeah, we are investigative stoners.
Yeah, I
in the
love
world
that.
in the world of
I
comedy.
think he tells one about Nikki Glazer. Same thing. He's
He makes it sound like all the
Jesus.
female comedians were just dying to fuck this guy.
But
Okay.
this is the story where he zigged when he should have zigged. He goes, yeah, I was good, but I didn't really want to fuck them, so I hit on somebody else, and then she was pissed. It's like that kind of stuff.
Ruined my own
mad.
shot.
Yeah,
Or, you know, it's got
Stepped on my
stories
own
about him
foot.
talking to a football player, ex-boyfriend of a black woman he's fucking. He names Black Barbie. Remember that?
Oh,
He came
my
out
God,
and it was like
Wow.
he acted like a delivery man because he was giving it to
How'd
some
he
football
die?
player's wife.
I don't know.
He was
Cancer?
giving it to some football players. What?
Right,
No.
right. And the guy
He died. I think he was fighting cancer for a while. But he was him and his
Made him
And
funny.
lies
He's like,
and all the
fucking-
lies.
Three
He
brothers.
died fucking.
3 brothers, Stanford and Sons. Stanford was the old man I'd never met. I think he was way old and out of there. But all 3 brothers died. Heroin overdose, car
curse.
accident, and
Oh.
I knew all of them within my comedy career. Man and his dog. Check it out, everybody. Also, check out the Guys We Fuck podcast. Of course, the
That
Guys We
too.
Fuck podcast and the Guys We Fuck comedy special with Corinne Fisher and Krystyna Hutchinson, streaming right now on YouTube. Give it a click. Check it out. They are absolutely hilarious.
Thank you guys for coming by.
DanSoder.com,
Thanks
Thanks for having us.
BigJComedy.com. We love you guys. We'll
Got 5
catch you
seconds.
next week in Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee. God bless America.
You've been listening to SiriusXM's Bonfire. New episodes every Tuesday through Friday mornings and full shows always on SiriusXM.